Welcome back, Seahawks. This is Seahawks Central Sports, and we have an action-packed episode that we can't wait to share with you guys. I'm Payton Goodwin.
And I'm Betsy Aguirre. From the basketball courts to the tennis courts, we got a lot of stuff to cover from the past week, so let's get started, Seahawks.
The men's tennis team had their fall season conclude this past weekend at home with the 2017 Seahawk Fall Invite. The Seahawks went against Presbyterian, USC Upstate, Georgia Southern, and Clemson. The Seahawks came out strong on their first day of the matches against USC Upstate and Presbyterian by winning 10 matches. The team combined and went 7-1 in singles and 3-1 in doubles.
Day 2 of the invite consisted of the Seahawks facing players from Georgia Southern and Clemson in singles and Presbyterian in doubles. Your Seahawks, Augustin Savadino, Michael Morphy, Ignacy De Herrera, Michael Copeland, and Daniel Groom highlighted the day by staying undefeated in singles throughout the first 2 days. The Seahawks ended day 2 by being 12-3 in singles and 4-4 in doubles.
On the final day, Ignacy De Herrera and Michael Copeland and Michael Morphy stayed undefeated in singles, while Josh Hublitz went undefeated in singles and doubles to round out the weekend. The Seahawks finished 17-4 in singles and 7-4 in doubles. The men's tennis team will be back in action this spring on January the 13th against BYU in Orlando, Florida.
Now let's kick it over to reporter Jourdan Nickel, who has the scoop with all those who keep our athletes safe and in shape, the athletic training staff. Jourdan?
Thanks, guys. I had the opportunity to talk to Danielle Catalesa, head athletic trainer for the UNCW softball team, and some of the athletic training students that help our athletes get back on the field and keep them healthy throughout the year. Athletic trainers are always in the background, and most don't know what they do on a day-to-day basis, so let's take a look.
So basically we work with sports teams or with athletes or athletic groups of people, and we do emergency care, rehab, care, and prehab. So basically we're on the sidelines. If an athlete gets injured, we are the first to respond to them even before an ambulance gets there. So we are first on the scene to assess their injuries. And the kind of post aspect of that, when an athlete gets hurt, we are the ones to rehabilitate them back to being able to play. So we're a really key role in making sure that they return back to play healthy in a quick and timely manner.
Game days, we're here at least 3 hours before the game starts. We're here anywhere from an hour to 2 hours after the game ends. So most of the time the athletes are headed out before we are. And then on practice days, we're here 2 to 3 hours before practice as well.
With their demanding schedule and stressful work environment, athletic trainers sometimes do not get the credit and respect they deserve.
I would say when people address athletic trainers as trainers, but I think more so my biggest pet peeve would be athletic trainers who don't make the correction and say actually it's athletic trainer, or advocate for what they do, their profession.
Why is that so important?
Because there's a big, a lot of people don't know what athletic trainers are or what they do. Usually they assume that we're strength and conditioning coaches or that we're personal trainers, and so which is its own complicated and intricate profession, but they're different. Yes, we work together, we work with each other, but it's just advocating and having a little bit of pride in what your profession is. So I love working with student athletes. I love learning about how to make them better, how to make them move better, how to make them feel better. And my biggest thing is when I look at our students is in 3 years, you will have the same credential as me. You'll be an athletic trainer, and I want you to have pride in that and to do everything you can to be successful and have a positive impact on a career that I love so much and that can do so much good for so many people.
For Seahawks Central Sports, this is Jourdan Nickel. Go Hawks.
Thanks, Jourdan. This past weekend, our Seahawks men's basketball team loaded up and took off to the Dean Dome to raise money for an amazing cause. Seahawks Central Sports' Connor Irie was there and has the latest. Connor, how do we stack up?
Thanks, Payton. On Sunday, UNCW competed against ECU, UNCG, and UNC in a preseason basketball jamboree. The Seahawks started strong, winning their first 2 games against ECU and UNCG. Preseason All-CAA selection Devontae Kaycock wasted no time and dunked just 26 seconds into the first game against UNCG. In their final game, the Seahawks lost to defending national champions UNC 38-22. NCAA regulations allow Division I programs to play 2 preseason games. For this charity game, a waiver was required. UNCW was among 84 teams to play in a similar fundraising game this preseason. I was able to stick around for the post-game press conference, and this is what the coaches had to say.
3 of these guys did. They got the most out of their abilities, and that's what I'm looking for, is just guys to keep the ball in front of them, guard, play some defense, and try to share and care about our team and not about themselves. Thank you guys. I think it was a great thing. Hopefully we'll raise some money that'll help some people.
Thanks, Connor. Busy weekend coming up for us as some sports come to a close while others open up their season. Men's soccer travels to Harrisburg, Virginia to take on the College of Charleston in the CAA tournament. Men's cross country will also be away as Calvin Daughtry and Evan Jones head to the NCAA Southeast Region Finals to represent the Dub.
As for home games, Seahawk volleyball is back in Hanover as they take on William & Mary on Friday night at 7 p.m. On Sunday, the Volleyhawks wrap up their season against Elon at 1 o'clock. And of course, hitting the hardwoods with some hoops, men's basketball has their first official game of the year against NC Wesleyan on Saturday night at 7. And women's hoops kicks off on Sunday at 2 p.m. against UNC Pembroke. You don't want to miss out.
If you can't make it to the games, get all the latest updates from our Twitter page at TealTV_sports. We'll be updating it throughout the weekend to keep you guys in the know. And that's all from us here at Seahawks Central Sports. I'm Betsy.
And I'm Payton Goodwin. Catch up with us next week for your weekly dose of scores, upcoming events, and exclusive interviews. Remember, be real, keep it teal.